This is a story about an old car and a stupid plan. Because the good ideas are usually the boring ones. Because hey, what could possibly go wrong? Last week we ended on a ferry crossing the Bosporus, and this is where we'll start right now. First meters in Asia, feels absolutely the same as Europe. What a surprise. And yeah, I have to say that the traffic in Istanbul is much less crazy than I expected. I guess it's also because I'm just driving the main traffic routes, where the traffic is kind of flowing, not the narrow roads. It's the first traffic jam. According to Google Maps, 8 minutes. Let's see if that's true. To be fair, it's Friday at 4:40 in the afternoon, so I guess it's about the most busy time you could imagine. Turkish people definitely like their flag, and they also like Atatürk. It's full of these flags here. I'm already driving through Istanbul for a few hours now, and I have to say the city is just absolutely huge and massive. It just doesn't end. Full of people, full of cars. Made it to Turkey and brought all the parts to my friend Mert. So, yeah. Yo, so getting some tasty, authentic Turkish food. Many starters.
I was supposing you were taking picture.
Oh yeah, I'm not taking a picture. Classic.
Without glass, I couldn't see that you were recording video.
You could put them back on, it's fine. Yeah.
Yes, we are saying greetings from Istanbul to everyone. Emmanuel is with me. I am feeding him.
Oh yes, he's feeding me, I like that. Okay, had a good night in Istanbul in a bed. Shout out to Mert for lending me his room. Very comfortable. And yeah, today I'll spend some time editing videos. But for now I still borrowed my compressor to those guys behind me that had the flat tire. So I'm sitting in Restro editing my video, and the waiter just brought some flags to the table to make me feel comfy. I'm not the fastest video editor, so I really hope you like them, but it's kind of fun. And today's a rainy day, so not the best day to hang out outside. And I just spent a morning cutting the video, sitting in a restaurant. And now I'm driving through Istanbul, and Istanbul is always far. I mean, no matter where you go, I have the feeling you at least drive 1 hour, because the city is just absolutely huge. Different dimension. So now I'm heading towards the workshop from Mert's family. So time for a small inspection, just to check if everything is fine with Theodor from the bottom. So bad news is we have nothing to do, and good news is everything is fine. So Theodor goes back down to the ground, and I guess we can continue the trip without any mechanical issues inside, which is always good to hear. Here's the workshop, and then behind me are some stairs leading up. And yeah, that's like a small, well, a big actually, place where many car repair shops are. And on the second floor are many shops selling the parts. So you don't have to order anything, everything is here. But there's another perk here which I also have to show you on the way. I mean, check this out. Hey cat, I won't disturb anymore. Also cats here, so that's pretty awesome. And now we go to the repair shop. Well, no, the shop selling parts, and it's this one, as you can see, with the BMW logo. So that's my office for today. My laptop is standing on the desk. I finished my video, it's uploading right now, and at the same time there's always some car stuff going on in the background, so wow, definitely like this Saturday. To say the weather isn't really great, but enough Istanbul for now. I'm heading out with Mert in his T3 Synchro. What a really nice, rugged car. And we'll have a camp somewhere slightly outside the city. So the weather is kind of dramatic today, but we also survived the hailstorm without any damages on the car. Luckily, we were hiding under a tree. Now we're heading to spot at the lakeside, about half an hour ride from here. Let's see how that'll be. Well, that looks spooky. We had some small, almost off-road action because this road got closed with a small ditch, but there was was a very interesting track going around. You can see some footage right now how we crossed it. Not too bad. Good that the cars are lifted, or the Toyota is lifted and the T3 Synchros is super high by default. And now we're driving toward... Good morning. Another great night in the rooftop tent, this time with some company from Mert. And we're standing quite close to Istanbul on some small mountain with a beautiful view of a lake. So it was definitely a nice night. Yesterday it got a bit late when we arrived here. Arrived about 10 in the dark. But we're quite happy that we found a good spot anyway. A nice day in Istanbul and a great camp with Matt, who's still driving behind me right now. I'm finally back on the route, heading towards east. First of all, thank you to Matt for great hospitality. It was a great time. We still also changed the thermometer from Theodor yesterday, just to be safe. And yeah, great camp. Met some Dutch family in a big truck with 2 kids, homeschooling them for a year already, driving the world. Pretty impressive. Made a few drone shots, as you see as well. So now we are continuing, Theodor and me are continuing to the east. My next big destination is Georgia, which I plan to reach in 3-4 days. But Turkey is a big country, so quite a ride in front of me. I'm driving a few hours already east from Istanbul. Endless roads. I'm still avoiding highways, but these roads are also quite big. Around me you see quite typical scenery. I think I will just quickly skip to the east of Turkey. And then I'm quite excited about Georgia and Armenia, to be honest. So yeah, the roads are good, fuel is cheap, good conditions for my plan. Let's go. It's 9:27 in the afternoon and it's again time to find a place to sleep. Today after, I had a nice morning with Matt after the beautiful camp at the lake close to Istanbul. My main focus was to actually make some kilometers towards the east, so the roads were not very spectacular, just big roads leading east. Right now I'm just a bit north of Ankara, of the capital of Turkey. So I did make good progress. Tomorrow I'll drive less probably than today, but for today it was quite good to make progress, and now I'm heading to a camping spot that looks really promising. Well, that's what I call a promising road. Look at this amazing canyon at the right, and I'm only 120 meters away from my camping spot, which I found on Walk for Night once again. So let's hope it will be as good as expected, but it does look promising from here. Absolutely perfect. Look at this. It's like it's made for me. Amazing. Good morning. Once again at a great camp. Tent is packed already. View is great. I took out the drone a little bit a moment ago. Unfortunately, the sun came out after I through the drone, but that's life sometimes. Yeah, today I'll head towards the coastline, and I booked a hotel, not a hotel, camping ground for once, because all my laundry is dirty and I need a washing machine. So it'll be necessary. In the background, coffee's getting prepared. That's a good way to start the day, somewhere in Turkey, about 100 kilometers north of Ankara. Back on the road, driving small, beautiful mountainous roads, but I guess not for that long because I'll actually have a few big roads again today. Turkey's big, I have to make some distance. The plan for today is to travel further east towards Samsun, not to be confused with Samsung. So yeah, that's the plan. Found a small village here in the mountains. That's how they look. We're about approximately 100 meters north of Ankara. It's a quite mountainous area here. Beautiful canyons, simple life. Unfortunately, many stray animals. Hello. Oh, first police control on the open road. These guys looked a bit scary with their big guns, but when they saw that I don't speak Turkish and that I have a German passport and care, and directly let me go without checking any other documents. Look at that, an absolutely perfect road and an absolutely amazing view to go with that. There are these moments where road tripping is just absolutely fun. Good weather, good roads, great views. Let's see how the roads will end up being on the east of Turkey, because I think it's quite different there than here. So definitely still some interesting changes, I guess, coming up. That's the first look onto the Black Sea on this trip. A little bit west of Samsun currently, and yeah, it's the Black Sea up front. Until now I was driving Overland inward, but now I'll drive along the coast for a small while. So I'm also quite sure it's the first time for Theodor to see the Black Sea, even though he's older than me with his 36 years. Quite a nice feeling. First Balkans, then the Bosporus, and now the Black Sea. Made it to a campground. The washing machine is running already. You can see Theodor in the background, and well, the campground is so-so, but the location is kind of nice because we're directly to the Black Sea. Not too bad. The guy from the campground gave me some tea. I think I'm the only guest here right now. There's some other caravans, but they're all empty. I guess they stand here all year round. So it's very quiet. That's good. And yeah, there'll be clean laundry again. And now it's again time for my super detailed map of my route overview. So after Bosnia, I had a little bit super beautiful roads in Montenegro, and after that crossed Serbia, Sofia, a small tip of Greece, entered Turkey, had some time in Istanbul, and drove through Turkey towards the east, and now I'm somewhere here close to Samsun. So it's not really healthy to always have the same sitting position, so why not like this? That's actually quite comfortable. By now I made it about halfway from Istanbul to Georgia, so progress is good. My goal for today is to reach Trabzon, driving through the outskirts of Samsun. It looks like I'm driving past the car district. Many workshops on the right hand side. Luckily I don't need them. So I'm heading straight onwards to the east. Samsun is a port city, and you can see the port in the background together with quite a few industrial spots. It's quite busy here, many cars again. Yesterday I was driving through empty country roads, and you do notice that yeah, close to bigger cities, it gets quite stuffed in Turkey. It's a big country, quite empty countryside, but you've got these centers with many people around. Heading straight to Trabzon to meet some other BMW enthusiasts who contacted me over Instagram. At this point, also a huge thanks to all the people who reached out to me in the last days. I'm totally overwhelmed by all the messages and invitations from all over the world. So generally on my trip I'm not driving any highways, and believe it or not, this is not a highway, it's just a road. Once you enter towns, often it just turns into a normal road with traffic lights and everything. But it's also not exactly beautiful or interesting. So yeah, today, yesterday and also I guess tomorrow I'm not filming all that much because yeah, that's how it looks most of the time. Just driving down the Black Sea coast, which is unfortunately also not exactly beautiful. Many big buildings, many roads, not a lot of nature left. Yeah, so that's how it looks here. Weather is also kind of fitting to all this, not exactly great, rainy. And I'm basically just zooming through Turkey. Turkey is a big country, towards Georgia. I'm about 30 kilometers from Trabzon and away. Again, I'm about 30 kilometers away from Trabzon, and the weather is not exactly great, and it's also supposed to rain tomorrow morning, the entire morning actually. So I decided I'll take a hotel for a change, had a second warm shower in a row because I was on a camping ground yesterday to wash my laundry, and stay in the center of Trabzon. Better than having a cold, humid night in the tent and then waiting tomorrow for a while to fold the tent until it dries. I don't like folding it when it's wet because it can get moldy and stuffy and whatever. Not the best idea. So yeah, today it's a pretty rainy day. Not the best day to shoot beautiful videos, but that's part of it sometimes. Currently arriving in Trabzon. That's how it looks here. The traffic is an absolute mess. And now I'm heading straight to Ömer, my contact from Instagram who invited me over. Yeah, let's see what is awaiting me there. I made it to Ömer's shop. Theodore's an absolute pig and behind me, look how dirty he got. Yeah, it's a shop and they make upholstery for BMWs mainly. Quite impressive. Sewing it with old sewing machines. Making the seats look like new. Stuff still gets repaired here, that's pretty nice. And yeah, again, it's such a car place here. Surrounded by car shops. I made it to Trabzon and met Ömer and his friends. And we're of course drinking some good tea, as it's supposed to be in Turkey. And the view is the best because, as you can see, Theodore is waiting. Yeah, great place here. I'll take those guys on Instagram in case you come to Trabzon of car issues. Contact them, they're well connected here in the car scene. Yeah, Theodore is always popular. If you open the hood and check it out. If there's one thing that I hate, it's valet parking. I don't like that. But I guess, yeah, I didn't have the choice. Apparently the parking is, I don't know, different. Had a good night in Trabzon. My hotel also has a nice view up here. And now I'm trying to figure out what I'll do next. It's not far to Georgia, but I think I should still drive some beautiful roads in Turkey, not only big ones. So now I reached actually quite interesting spot. There are amazing mountains not far from here. So today my plan is to venture to a mountain road, which is supposedly one of the most dangerous mountain roads in the world. So let's see how that will be. Once I drove the death road in Bolivia, so I'm used to bad roads. But here there's supposed to be legendary 13 switchbacks on gravel, going up to over 2,000 meters on a small road. So that's the plan for today. But first, I have to edit some video, because if not, well, filming is one thing, but you also want to see something in the end. So I'll sit down for a few hours, edit, so that you've got some stuff to watch soon. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because in the next episode I'll be entering Georgia, which is definitely a paradise for all the BMWs and amazing food. I already have quite a few locals that I will meet there. So yeah, see you next week. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know in the comments what you liked about the video, and I'm also happy about some criticism, what you didn't like, what I can do better in future. Thanks again, and see you next Saturday.